Today we'll see unit number 5 of BEEE subject, and the first point is analog and digital signal. Before starting analog and digital signal, first of all we will see what is meant by signal. So you can see here, signal is a function that conveys information about a phenomena or a physical quantity, or information converted into an electrical form suitable for further processing is also called as signal. So here you can see signal is a function that conveys information about a phenomenon or a physical quantity, or information converted into an electrical form suitable for further processing is also called as signal. Basically, there are two types of signals. The first is analog signal and second is digital signal. So first of all, we will see what is meant by analog signal. So a signal whose amplitude varies continuously with respect to time is called as analog signal, or it is also known as continuous signal. So here you can see a signal whose amplitude varies continuously with respect to time is called as analog signal or continuous signal. So you can see here, this is an analog signal. So we have plotted the graph of amplitude with respect to time. This is figure shows analog signal. Then analog signals are more prone to distortion or noise as compared to digital signals. So this is about analog signal. Okay, so second type of signal is digital signal. So here you can see, we'll start with second point, that is types of signals. We have seen previously and what is meant by analog signal, and now we will see what is meant by digital signal. A signal whose amplitude varies at discrete intervals with respective time is known as digital or discrete signal. A signal whose amplitude varies at discrete intervals with respective time is known as digital or discrete signal. So you can see the example of this. Example, you can see this is the amplitude with respect to time, and this is a digital signal, amplitude versus time. Now the next point is, many electronics circuits or many analog electronic circuits are available for different applications, and one of the application is op-amp. So you can see here, many analog electronic circuits are available with different applications. One of the application is op-amp. So the full form of op-amp is operational amplifier. What is the full form of op-amp? Operational amplifier. It is like a normal amplifier. It's like we can use a transistor as an amplifier. Similar to that, op-amp is also used as an amplifier, but along with the amplification function, it has some additional functions, and these additional functions are operations. So op-amp can also perform different operations. What are these operations? It can perform addition, multiplication, division, subtraction, integration, like this. So because of this additional operations, the name is given as operational amplifier. Here is the block diagram of amplifier. So generalized amplifier, or you can say a transistor as an amplifier. You can see here a small signal is given as an input, and you can get a large signal to the output side. So this is a simple diagram with respect by using a transistor. So you can call you can call this circuit as a transistor as an amplifier. So you can see there is one capacitor, these two resistors are there, then transistor is there. This is, you can see the arrow is on the emitter, so this is NPN type of transistor, NPN. Then one capacitor is there which is connected to the output side. VCC is applied with respect to ground. In the emitter there is one resistor RE and one capacitor. If we are applying input signal to the input side of the circuit, so we can get this type of signal with 180 degree phase shift. This is normal or you can say this is RC coupled amplifier by using transistors. Okay, on the previous page we have seen operational amplifier. What is mean, which type of operations that amplifier can perform, what is meant by amplifier. Now on this page number 3 we will see what is an op-amp. What is the full form of op-amp? The full form of op-amp is operational amplifier. Now here we can see an op-amp is a direct coupled high gain amplifier consisting of one or more differential amplifier. So here you can see the word is there, a differential amplifier. Differential amplifier means an amplifier which amplifies the difference between the two input signals, called as a differential amplifier. So what is an op-amp? An op-amp is a direct coupled high gain amplifier consisting of one or more differential amplifiers. Op-amp is a versatile device that can be used to amplify DC as well as AC input signals. So op-amp is an amplifier which can amplify DC as well as AC input signals. Actually, op-amp was designed originally for computing mathematical operations such as addition, subtraction, multiplication and integration. That's why the name is given as operational amplifier. In the on the previous page we have seen this amplifier performs different types of operations. What are that different types of operations? It can do addition, subtraction, multiplication, integration. That's why these are the additional features which cannot be done by transistorized amplifier. That's why this operational amplifier will become more popular nowadays. In modern days, op-amp is used for different applications such as AC and DC signal amplification, active filters, oscillators, comparators, regulators and precision rectifiers. So these are the different types of applications where we can use this operational amplifier. So this was a point related to what is an op-amp. Full form of op-amp is operational amplifier. Basically, op-amp is a differential amplifier where this amplifier amplifies the difference between two input signals. How it amplifies we will see in the next we will see it on the next page. Okay, on page number 3 we have seen what is mean by op-amp or what is an op-amp. Now on this page number 4 I am going to explain you the block diagram of an op-amp. Block diagram of an op-amp. This is very important question because in many times this question is asked in the examination, draw and explain block diagram of op-amp. So our next point is block diagram of op-amp. So if you see the block diagram of op-amp, basically there are 4 blocks. You can see block number 1, block number 2, block number 3, block number 4. Basically block number 1 is input stage. what is block number 1? It is input stage, and block number 2 is output stage. Then first of all, we have to remember that, or we have to remember how to memorize this block diagram, or what are the key points to remember to draw, how to draw this block diagram. Now you can see, first of all, you draw this block, give the name to this block as input stage. Then you draw this last box and you give the name to the last box as output stage. Then you come back and draw this block, give the name as intermediate stage. Then you go to this side, you draw the next block, give the name as level shifting stage. And in this way you can complete your diagram by showing the arrows also. Show one arrow to the output side, here single arrow. Then you come to this side, show the 2 arrows to the input stage and 2 arrows to the input stage. Now these 2 arrows are input to the intermediate stage, where output of intermediate stage is a single ended output. You can see here input stage has 2 outputs, that is a dual output, and intermediate stage has single ended output. Then again level shifting stage also has single ended output, and output stage has also single ended output. This terminal we have given the name as inverting inverting input. The name of this terminal is inverting input, and the name of this terminal is non-inverting input. So these are the 2 inputs applied to the input stage. This input stage is basically dual input. It means that यहाँ पर एक इनपुट आएगा और यहाँ पर इनपुट आएगा. That's why it is called as dual input. Balanced output means that you can see these 2 arrows, 2 arrow incoming, 2 arrow outgoing. तो ये होता है balanced output. Then it is called as differential amplifier. This is basically a differential amplifier. Okay, this stage is also differential amplifier. Now second stage, the name of the second stage is intermediate stage. This is dual input. You can see dual input, unbalanced output. अब यहाँ पर एक ही एरो आएगा, सिंगल एरो, 2 एरो नहीं है. That is why it is called as unbalanced output. Okay, that's why it's called as unbalanced output. Then it is also a differential amplifier. Next stage is level shifting stage. In the level shifting stage, it is basically a emitter follower using constant current source. Third stage is level shifting stage, which is emitter follower using constant current source. And the last stage is output stage. Which is complementary symmetry push-pull amplifier stage. So these are basic blocks of op-amp block diagram. So you remember all these blocks. Then we have to write details of each block. So you have to write detailed information about what is input stage, what is intermediate stage, what is level shifting stage, and what is output stage. So if you are writing the details of this input stage, intermediate stage, level shifting stage, and output stage. So this is what the complete question is. Now we will see one by one what is meant by input stage, intermediate stage, level shifting stage, and output stage. So first of all, we will see what is input stage. Okay, so starting with input stage. This stage is actually a dual input balanced output differential amplifier. So you can see this input stage is dual input balanced output differential amplifier. Okay, it generally provides most of the voltage gain of the amplifier and also establishes the input resistance of the op amp. So this stage establishes input resistance of the op amp. And what is basically this input stage is? It is dual input, दो input, balanced output, दो output, differential amplifier, an amplifier which amplifies difference between two input signal is differential amplifier. Then we will go towards second step. Second stage is intermediate stage. What is intermediate stage? This is dual input unbalanced output differential amplifier. Second stage is also differential amplifier, but it is having dual input and unbalanced output. Unbalanced output का मतलब होता है अगर इसको दो इनपुट आ रहे हैं इस स्टेज को तो आउटपुट एक ही आएगा, दो इनपुट एक आउटपुट, तो इस हिसाब से ये हो गया अनबैलेंस्ड. अगर आप इस स्टेज को देखोगे तो यहाँ पर दो इनपुट आए हैं और दो आउटपुट आए तो ये हो गया बैलेंस्ड आउटपुट. लेकिन इस स्टेज के लिए क्या हुआ, यहाँ पर एक इनपुट आया, यहाँ पर एक आया, दो, लेकिन आउटपुट है सिंगल एंडेड. आउटपुट क्या है? सिंगल एंडेड. सिंगल एंडेड आउटपुट है, इसलिए इसका नाम दिया है ड्यूअल इनपुट बैलेंस्ड आउटपुट डिफरेंशियल एम्पलीफायर. सिंगल एंडेड का मतलब होता है अनबैलेंस्ड. ओके, सिंगल एंडेड अनबैलेंस्ड के लिए यूज किया है. इंटरमीडिएट स्टेज. सो आवर सेकेंड स्टेज इज इंटरमीडिएट स्टेज. इंटरमीडिएट स्टेज क्या होता है? द इंटरमीडिएट स्टेज इज यूजुअली intermediate stage, I am talking about this stage. Intermediate stage is usually another differential amplifier. ये भी एक differential amplifier है which is driven by the output of the first stage. Output of the input stage is applied to the intermediate stage as an input. जो input stage का output है वो intermediate stage के लिए input है. In most of the amplifiers, the intermediate stage is dual input unbalanced. ये unbalanced मतलब single ended stage है of the differential amplifier. Next point is level shifting stage. Third stage is level shifting stage. So we are coming on this particular point, that is level shifting stage. Now what is level shifting stage? Because suppose direct, if we are doing the direct coupling to the amplifier, we are connecting one stage to each stage by direct coupling of the operational amplifier. The DC voltage at the output of intermediate stage is well above ground potential. तो यहाँ पर क्या होता है कि जो DC लेवल होता है ना, बिकॉज ऑफ डायरेक्ट कपलिंग, वो DC लेवल ऊपर चला जाता है. मतलब आप देखो यहाँ से ये गैप हो गया है ना, ये एक्चुअली ज़ीरो है, तो वो DC लेवल जो होता है वो ज़ीरो से स्टार्ट होना चाहिए था सिग्नल का, तो वो DC लेवल थोड़ा सा ऊपर चला गया है. ठीक है, तो even though suppose input is not connected but the DC level is above the zero level, so this can be treated as an error in the output. अगर ऐसा हुआ कि बिना इनपुट दिए हमें अगर कुछ DC लेवल मिल रहा है, DC लेवल, तो उसको हमें ज़ीरो करना होगा, तो उसको ज़ीरो पे लाने का काम लेवल शिफ्टिंग स्टेज करता है. ओके, and last stage is output stage. Actually level shifting stage is emitter follower using constant current source, जिसका काम है DC लेवल को ज़ीरो लाना. लास्ट स्टेज है आउटपुट स्टेज. आउटपुट स्टेज बेसिकली इट इज़ अ कॉम्प्लीमेंट्री सिमेट्री पुश पुल एम्पलीफायर. ठीक है, द फाइनल स्टेज इज यूजुअली अ पुश पुल कॉम्प्लीमेंट्री एम्पलीफायर. दिस आउटपुट स्टेज इज complementary symmetry push pull amplifier which has several functions. ये क्या क्या करता है? ये आउटपुट वोल्टेज स्विंग करता है. ये स्टेप क्या करता है? आउटपुट वोल्टेज स्विंग. ये स्टेज क्या करता है? आउटपुट स्टेज, वो फाइनल स्टेज है. ये आउटपुट वोल्टेज स्विंग को इंक्रीज करता है. दिस स्टेज इंक्रीजेस आउटपुट वोल्टेज स्विंग. सेकेंड पॉइंट, this stage increases the current supplying capability of the op amp. This stage also increases current supplying capability. And the last point of this stage is this stage provides low output resistance. Low output resistance. तो ये 3 पॉइंट इम्पॉर्टेंट है इस स्टेज के लिए, विच इज आउटपुट स्टेज. सो वी हैव सीन ब्लॉक डायग्राम ऑफ op amp. What are the different names of the block, and we have also seen input stage, intermediate stage, level shifting stage and output stage. Now our next point is symbol of op amp. Our next point is symbol of op amp. So you can see here symbol is like an arrow. It's actually a triangle with some terminals are connected. So the first terminal is, we can call this as a V2. This is inverting input. Then plus, then second terminal is V1. First terminal is V2, V1, then minus V, then this is output. This is output terminal. This is VCC plus VCC for connecting the supply. This is the circuit symbol with DC supply connection of the operational amplifier. Next point is pin diagram. Next point is a pin diagram of operational amplifier. So actually operational amplifier is a differential amplifier which amplifies the difference between two voltages. Like say these are the two inputs and the difference is VD. Okay, so it will amplify this VD, that is called as difference amplifier. Now you can see the next point is pin diagram of operational amplifier. Basically op amp is an IC. What is meant by IC? IC means integrated circuit. This IC has 8 pins. So you can see this is a IC and this IC has 8 pins. This semicircle is called as notch. This semicircle is called as notch. Then this dot indicates starting of pin number 1. So dot indicates pin number 1, that's why I have written pin number 1 here. Second pin is pin number 2, pin number 3, pin number 4, pin number 5, pin number 6, pin number 7 and pin number 8. Okay, so these are 8 pin, this is op amp is 8 pin IC. What is op amp? Op amp is 8 pin IC. Okay, the first pin is called as minus offset null. Pin number 2 is inverting input. Pin number 3 is non-inverting input and pin number 4 is minus VEE. Pin number 5 is plus offset null. Pin number 6 is output. Pin number 7 is plus VCC and last pin is no connection. NC stands for no connection. No connection, or this is also called as a dummy pin. Actually this pin diagram is DIP पैकेज, DIP का फुल फॉर्म होता है ड्यूअल इन लाइन पैकेज, DIP। ड्यूअल इन लाइन पैकेज का मतलब होता है किसी भी आईसी को अगर यहाँ से जितने पिन्स है उतने ही पिन्स अपोजिट साइड में भी होनी चाहिए। अगर यहाँ पर 4 पिन्स है तो आउटपुट में भी आपको 4 ही पिन्स होनी चाहिए, मतलब दोनों को बैलेंस करना है। दैट इज व्हाई इट इज ड्यूअल इन लाइन पैकेज, ड्यूअल इन लाइन पैकेज। अगर सपोज एक साइड से 8 पिन है तो इधर से भी 8 आने चाहिए, ठीक है, तो इसको बोलते हैं DIP पैकेज, ड्यूअल इन लाइन पैकेज। अब इस आईसी के लिए ये साइड से 4 पिन है और ये साइड से 4 पिन है। सो दिस टाइप ऑफ पैकेजेस ऑफ द आईसी का फुल फॉर्म होता है इंटीग्रेटेड सर्किट, इज कॉल्ड एज DIP पैकेजेस, DIP पैकेजेस। Okay, this is the last page of today's online lecture. This is page number 5. Now I will show you the detailed pin diagram of the operational amplifier, that is op-amp. Op-amp is basically IC which has 8 pins and DIP package. Op-amp is a IC which has 8 pins with DIP package. So we can see here this particular semicircle part I already explained on page number 4 that it is called as notch. Then dot indicates pin number 1, pin number 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8। तो हमने ये जो बेसिक सिंबल था ना op-amp का, उसको हमने इस IC में ऐसे लगा दिया है, तो ये डिटेल डायग्राम बनता है। तो यू कैन सी माइनस टर्मिनल इज कनेक्टेड टू दिस पिन नंबर 2, प्लस टर्मिनल इज कनेक्टेड टू पिन नंबर 3. This VEE is connected to pin number 4, then output is connected to pin number 6 and pin number 7 is connected to plus VCC. So this is your pin number 7. Already we have seen on page number 4 that this is minus offset null pin number 1, then pin number 2 is inverting input because minus sign indicates inverting input. Plus is non-inverting input pin, that is pin number 3. Pin number 4 is minus VEE. Pin number 5 is offset null plus offset null. Pin number 6 is output. Pin number 7 is plus VCC. Pin number 8 is no connection, or this is also called as dummy pin. So if you look at the symbol, you can also give the pin numbers to the symbol of this op-amp. So you can call this minus as pin number 2, plus as pin number 3, then 4 as VEE, 6 is output and 7 is plus VCC. So same thing I have taken from pin diagram. So I have taken it from this. Now so many times the word came IC. So full form of IC is integrated circuits. Integrated circuit. Now why we have to use integrated circuit? Because see, integrated circuit has many advantages over discrete circuits. Discrete circuits requires lots of components. Discrete circuits requires number of stages. Discrete circuits are bulky and complicated too. So because of this several number of disadvantages, we have integrated all the components into a single IC and the name is given as integrated circuits. Now these integrated circuits have several advantages, discrete circuits, and the advantages are IC makes the circuit small. So advantages of IC: small in size. ICs are always small in size. It requires low power consumption. So power consumption by the ICs are very less. ICs are light in weight. They are highly reliable, or they have very high reliability. They have very low cost, okay, due to mass production. And ICs has superior performance. ICs has superior performance. Because of these advantages, this op-amp we have used in this particular IC where it is integrated circuit. Due to above advantages, IC becomes a vital part. Due to above advantages, ICs become a vital part of the modern electronic circuit design. They are used in computers, mobiles, automobile industry, home appliances, communications, control system, etc. Most popular op-amp IC is IC741. So here I have written the number IC741. So it is the most popular IC of the op-amp, IC741. Introduced in 1968 first time by Fairchild company, and they have given the name as mu A 741, or you can also simply write IC 741. Okay, so this is all about what we have seen about analog and digital signal. Then so in this particular session we have started with unit number 5. We have seen the first point as what is signal, then definition of the signal, then we have seen what are the different types of signals. In that types of signals we have seen analog signals, digital signals, then we have seen the definitions of analog and digital signals, then we have seen what is operational amplifier, why the word is operational and why the word is amplifier. So this combination is operational amplifier. Then we have seen what is an op-amp. Then on page number 4 we have seen a block diagram of operational amplifier in detail. Then we have also seen circuit symbols of operational amplifier, and the last point we have seen is pin diagram of operational amplifier. That's all for today. Thank you very much.